Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a new Cardfight Vanguard Dear Days video for you guys today. So last video, we started jumping into the Destined Ones. We did Equilibra, Alden, Levidraws, technically the better ones of the five. And today we're going to cover the two that we missed with Impauldio and Lisciafael. So real quick, I want to show you guys my Impauldio build. Not going to go too heavy detail. Impauldio and Lisciafael basically got just like their basic support, so we just threw their best cards in with some good generics, and we're going to go jump into a game. I got told in the comments that some people actually prefer the longer style videos where you guys get to see everything as opposed to less sped up, more commentary from me. So we're going to stick to that for this one. Also, don't mind my appearance. I just finished working out and I just wanted to get on and record while I had the time. So enough for me, let's go jump into a game. All right guys, we got a game and we're going first. As you can see, I've changed. When I was trying to record earlier, I couldn't get a game, so we ended up not doing that. We're gonna get rid of, I think, do my point need to be a grade 3 for this? Nope, so we're just gonna send the one back. But yeah, I ended up not being able to get a game earlier, so I came back a few hours later, changed. Obviously, we're good to go now. Equilibra, we're definitely keeping the PG and the OT. But what do we get rid of now? These are all, this is the worst card. We have 3 other copies in the deck, we'll probably see it later. Alright, so now we get our auto mod. Reveal. And we have a couple ways to get cards into the drop now, so good for us. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. Our opponent is thinking. What are they thinking? That was strange. Alright, so we're up against Equilibra. Not bad, not bad. I'm just gonna end phase here. No reason, no need to call anything. We want to take some damage. Now, unfortunately, I do not super like Impauldio right now. Set 5, when they get their new grade 1, I think Impauldio becomes much better, as it gives them much more options and a much better ability to call out a board. Though we are playing against a non-retire deck, so that gives us a pretty big advantage. So let's see what happens. Battle interface. Obviously, we're gonna no guard here. Get an auto mod gauge. Because ideally, by turn 3, you want 4 auto mod gauges. Ideally. So this gives us 1. Our grade 3 gives us 1, and our grade 2 gives us 1, so we need 1 more. So it's like, do I actually want... Ooh, God, I want to keep all of this. These are all good cards. This hurts me. I want to keep the defense because we're playing against Equilibra. The numbers get crazy. We're going to call this guy. Because we get the Soul Blast, that gets us an extra card. His effect's on swing, right? Yeah, okay. So we'll probably just keep it at that, just so we can try to get them to attack the Vanguard one more time. You know what? It is Equilibra. What are the chances that they only swing? You know what? Better not take the chance. I'll save the grade 2 for turn 3. I'm gonna go swing. Activate skill. This gives us another card in the drop, which we want, so we have more cards to be able to send to our auto mod gauges. So now we have 2. Cool, he took the 1 damage, which means he's probably gonna guard the Vanguard. Or not. He's banking on the damage trigger, which we haven't seen like any triggers, so we have a pretty high chance of getting one here. But he's probably gonna no guard now. Swingeth. Yep. And we did get a trigger. He doesn't know that we haven't seen any triggers, but yeah, we knew. So now we push through and we push them to 3, which is awesome. 3 damage going into our turn 3 would be fantastic. Ooh, and we damage the Shubham. That's the most dangerous card in Equilibra. Giving them a draw trigger, though, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. Now, let's see what he comes back with the crackback. Now, how many do you need to get your shield? You need 4, okay. 4 is ideally where we want to get by turn 3. If we can, we want to get to 8 after that, because that's where we get, like, or 7 going into our turn 4, because that's when all our effects will be live. So we discarded the order, calling out grade 1, soul charging random. What do you soul charge? Ooh, that's a good soul charge. Alright, yeah, he's getting aggressive. We knew this was gonna happen. I would have just swung at the rear guard. Because I'm just gonna guard with this. Now he doesn't get a draw. If he had swung at the rear guard, I would have had to either guard the rear guard or he just gets to draw a card. With just a 10k, while I have an intercept, it just doesn't make sense. This is gonna be 21. I can guard that with a trigger. It's gonna come down to him getting a trigger. But I want to be able to take the damage. No, wait, we get 5k, I forgot. I don't like that he got a crit, but now we get 2 automod gauges, so that's okay. So that's gonna give us plus 10k power, and we have the trigger, so we're good. Let me get a heal, that'd be dope. Oh, guys, say hi to the kitty. So that's, we'll put this in because we can get that back next turn, and now we can actually use our grade 2 skill to get card and still have 4. All right, sweetie, I need you to go down. He loves you. We'll put Baladrid. So now we're tied at 3. 3 is a little bit scarier against that deck because of how offensively strong it gets. 26, we can guard this. Even when it jumps to 29, we can just guard it with a trigger. So we'll just confirm. That's it. Save our big defense for next turn. She really wants to be in the video. Fine, consider my life. Alright, so we have 3 cards in the automod gauge. We still have a handful of defense, so it sucks because I don't want to get rid of any of this, but we have to. So we're gonna ride. Now we're gonna put the top card of our deck into our automod. Ooh, we're adding the stand. Absolutely adding that stand. Just because we don't know how this is gonna go. I'm gonna go act skill, which is the counterblast 1. I'd rather have this because we can get that back, I think. We're gonna put this into the automod gauge. That gives us our 4, and we're gonna call. Oof. Do we call the defense or do we call the counter charge? That is a toughie. That is a toughie. If we call the counter charge, we can use the grade 2 in our hand. But if we call this, we only have to call the grade 3. Let's go for the shield value. Since this isn't really a heavy retire deck. And then we'll call. Alright, let's just go to battle phase. Thankfully, we don't have to do much. Divine skill we can't do 12 points at turn 3. Let's see what happens. We get 3 draft checks here. Well, we'll get 2 here and 1 on the rear guard. I would like to hit a heal. If I can get to 2 damage, I would feel very, very safe. That's not a heal. That's not a heal either. That sucks. It's okay. It's okay. I just realized we don't have a Persona Ride either. Ew. Effects. Counterblast. I forgot how counterblast heavy this deck is. Maybe playing that grade 2 is not a good idea. And we got the heal. That's what I was hoping for. So let's get rid of you. And let's give you the power. And now with 4, I think he gets more power now, or does he need 5? This dude is hitting damage triggers like a god. Jesus. Obviously, he has to bind himself now. I'm not going to attack the rear, because I'm going to let him call something over this. He will use skill, though. Let's get rid of you. 35 is perfect because that means he has to guard with a trigger and another card. Yep, and then he's probably going to intercept with the Brachio. Yep. Sounds good. We knew he had the crit because he hit the crit last turn. Which means his hand's probably all gas now. Alright. We got 2 damage. It's 2 to 4. Both have 7 cards in hand. But, you know, Equilibra can hit hard. So we'll see how it goes. And I believe I need 2 counterblasts for my skill. Yeah, I need 1 for my main skill and 1 for my fucking divine skill, which sucks. Alright, we have to temper our damage properly here. Because we want to be able to get... Okay, so we added Shoop Him to hand, which sucks. That's already 4 attacks. We want to be able to get as many automod gauges as we can without ruining ourselves. But God, would I kill for a Persona Rod. Like if the universe loves me, I'll draw into a Persona Ride, and then I'll also draw into another grade 3 on either when I draw for Persona Ride or when I use my grade 3 skill to check top 5. That would be the ideal. So he's got big number over here, Shoop Him over here, 4 attacks. Not bad. We're at 2 damage. We can handle this. He's going Divine Skill. Interesting that he used the Divine Skill first before using Equilibra skill. That's fine. We still get 5k from the Automod. We may not get the trigger power, but we still get to start at 18 now. So I don't know if that was a good play. At least not with me so low on damage. Alright, now he's using his regular skill. Alrighty. This is probably all he's gonna play then. Yeah. So we're gonna take this first hit. That's gonna put us to... We're gonna take this first hit. That's gonna put us to 23 for the turn. 33 if we hit a trigger. Which we do not. That's fine. Automod gauge. It's on the grade 1. It's fine. So now we're already at 6. Ideally, we want to take 1 more damage, which will let us get to 8 next turn. So now he's gonna stand Shoop Him. But thanks to our power, this is now a 2 to pass, which is what we want. I could guard with the rest, but I'm gonna be conservative. I might be being greedy. No, we're good. Unless he OTs me. But then that just sucks. No, we got a critical, so he's gonna give it to the rear. I'm gonna eat 1 rear, and then we're gonna obviously guard the critical trigger. And we got to save our PGs in case we don't kill him next turn. We gave the critical here because that's going to be the bigger column, and then he's got shooting him too. I think here would be the smartest to use the OT. Like, is the OT enough? Because he's what? 61. I am 23. This is going to put me to 73. Confirm. Not bad, not bad. Now, is he going to attack the Vanguard or the rear guard is the question. I would preferably like him to attack the Vanguard because that'll get me to 8, but a smart player would swing at the rear guard. Oh, he went for it. Alright, cool. Now, let's see how lucky we get. Alright, we still haven't seen any other copies of Impauldio. Not a single one. So, we have a high chance of drawing into it for our turn, hopefully. Let's get rid of the OT. We did not get it. That sucks. Oh well. End ride phase. Unfortunate. A Persona ride would have made a big difference there, but it is what it is. Let's go. Act ability. Blast 1. Put a card into our auto mod. That top was not good. But it's okay. We're going to call and see if we can make something happen with this. Put card to the bottom of the deck. We'll put that. Kind of blast for costs. There we go. Call it. I'll call it right there. Cool. I don't think anything I have energy blasts, so we're going to energy blast 7 for an extra card. Cool. We're gonna call this guy over here, and then we're gonna activate the Vanguard's Divine Skill, discarding even all our major defense. So now we get a critical and an extra 2 drives. And then we have the counterblast to activate our grade 3 as well. So let's go to battle phase. A Persona ride would have been the best part to have here, but obviously we didn't get it. It's probably got the PG with 9 cards in hand. But I've got 6 drive checks coming, so that's nice. And my numbers are looking like his numbers. Okay, let's play in the order. I'm pretty confident we'll make it through his next turn. 1 drive check. Come on. If I'm gonna go 4 drive checks and not get a trigger, that's gonna be crazy to me. Bro, what is happening? The universe hates me. The universe absolutely hates me. I mean, we got shield value because of the grade 2s, but still. That was sad. And we just blew through all our counter blasts, so we like unless we hit a heal, we can't actually counter blast to use Impauldio next turn. Ruh-roh. So he's got a 15k shield. He's got a hard guard this? 56 is a lot with a twin drive. I wonder if he's regretting his choices now. 78, 83. That's a no pass. Critical. Obviously, it's all going to the end, which means he probably has a PG in hand. Oh, we have 3 PGs. We're good. We're living through next time. We also don't have to fear his OT anymore. And now we're sitting on a 10 card hand as well. And unfortunately, he's only at 4 damage, so he's just going to eat this last attack. That sucks. If he intercepted with the Shub hand when he really didn't need to, he probably has the order in hand. I probably don't even need a Soul Blast here. Yeah, he's just going to eat that. Oh wait, no, that's for 2. He has to block it. I forgot I hit the critical. Oh, that's the game. Alright, bet. Critical trigger. Which means his hand was all combo. GG. Impauldio takes the W over Equilibra. I think I played that pretty well. What do you guys think? Think there's anything I could have done a little different? It sucks that I didn't get the Persona ride, but we had the numbers anyway. All right, let's go and switch decks. All right, guys. Next up is Lisciafael. As you can see, I kind of went with the basic kind of like straight order package. We start off with the Ballista ride line, which gets us into our crossing Illumirays, basically allowing us to use an order right from turn 2 to get a couple draws, and then we have Striga to help us build the board, almost like the Keter pile. We don't have too much Energy Blast because Lisciafael does cost an Energy Blast 3 every turn, so by turn 3 we don't want to use any more of hers. That's why we only have a couple of these. This card's okay. It can get us an Energy Charge or a Soul Charge if we played an order. We have a bunch of extra draw power. We got to be careful with the Counter Blast, but we do have 4 counter charges built into the deck. Unfortunately, Lisciafael's support by herself is not great. Even when she gets her second wave, it's still not great. It's better, but let's see what we can do with this and see if we can follow up on the Impauldio win and win with this. Ooh, we got lucky twice, guys. We got another game. We're going first, and this hand's kind of good. I mean, ideally, I'd want to see a Striga, but I'll take it. Are we playing against? Are we actually playing against Barrel Magnus? That'd be cool. This hand is nuts. Let's discard you. This hand just became insane. And I'm gonna take a damage so we can use this. Ideally want to get some boosters. We got Yuika. Yeah, we're chilling. We're big chilling. We're big chilling. The only thing we want to see is our grade 3 order for turn 3, so we continue to build the board. Draw a card if you did not charge, counter charge 1. So ideally we want to be pretty aggressive. I think we are playing Barrel Magnus. Is this the new Barrel Magnus stuff? Alright, we're gonna eat this. That's fine. I don't give a shit about a front trigger. Honestly, with this hand, I don't even care about a crit. Nope. We're chilling. I do care about me losing a crit, though. here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ditch Striga, and then we're gonna Energy Blast 3 and add Striga back. So we're gonna use you, Energy Blast 3, because we only ever need 3 energy a turn. Move. That's gonna get us back our Striga. And then we're gonna activate skill, putting the other one in. So that goes to soul. We're actually gonna get a nice little chunk of soul. We don't have to worry too much about soul because we don't have to get, we can't do our divine skill till turn 4 right now because we went first. So we can use a little bit of our soul here. And we have 2 ways to soul charge. Well, we just soul charged 1. We're gonna soul charge the order, and then we can also soul charge off our grade 2. So we're good. We're gonna go play the order. It's gonna give our Vanguard 5k, draw us a card. And we got our order for turn 3. That's dope. Then her effect's gonna draw us another card. Yeah, we're looking pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. We're gonna call Yuika. And we're gonna call Striga. Because we want to be able to bounce Striga back to keep helping us build the board. Striga effect, Soul Blast this. In case, I doubt we'll have a turn where we can use it again because we won't have the energy for it. If we were going second, it'd be cool. It's alright, we'll put the draw trigger. We'll call behind the Vanguard. Since Lisciafael can't get boosted anyway next turn. And we'll go call. Skill. Counter blast. So she soul charges. And then she counter blasts 1, draws a card. And she gains 5k. So, good card. And we might as well fill the board, right? Yeah, we might as well, right? Wait, why didn't she get 5k? Oh, if this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater, if you have a card in soul with the same name, it'll get 5k. As your Vanguard. Okay, so she's not getting 5k now. My mistake. But we are going to end the main phase here. Let's go swing. Basically, because of the way I set up my board, any of my attacks, if my opponent gets a damage trigger, we can still hit. So we're good. We're chilling. Yep, new Barrel Magnus. Now we know. Now we'll swing Vanguard, because if we got triggers, we can give him to Striga. And then, of course, our opponent still, even if they get a damage trigger, still has to guard or take the damage. They're probably not going to guard this. Yeah, because even with a 15k, it's still one to pass. They didn't want to take the risk. But now we have our restanding grade 2. Does our grade 2 need our opponent to be at grade 3 to restand? I forget. She gets 5k. Damn. Sorry, I'll look at it in a second. And now Striga. Drop a trigger. That's fine. That's actually the trigger they got last turn. So that's a 30k shield they're losing, which means their hand's probably all combo piece. And then Yuika, the Soul Blast. I don't think I'm playing the cat. So we'll Soul Blast, bounce Striga so we can build the board later if we need to. And we're good. Alright. When you're grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Lisciafael attacks, if your front row has no other rear guards, counter blast 1 stand this unit if your opponent's Vanguard. Okay, so she's a restand regardless. But she only gains 10k if my opponent's at grade 3. So that's good to know. And then Lisciafael, if I recall, she's just an Energy Blast 3. She only needs a counter blast to get her restand. So we have our restander, and I forgot that the restander draws you a card. It's a good card. We have our order, so we don't even have to call from hand if we don't want to. We can rest this, call one, and filter out the deck a little. They're trying to build a board to smack us around if they really want to. My kitty's back on my lap. Oh, they retired the rear guard instead. Whoa. Really? Instead of calling one out, they must have had like ass in their soul. Or they're trying to keep cards in soul. They probably were just trying to clear out the intercept. I'm surprised though. Interesting. Interesting choice. Now what's in my hand now? We have some pretty good draw power. Ideally, we probably don't need this, so we can block with this. We want, what, one counter blast for next turn? We'll no guard here and pray our opponent doesn't get a trigger. Because then if they get a trigger, we can't guard the last attack without burning too many cards. Okay, we're good. And we can guard the last attack. Honey. Sorry guys, you're getting a face full of cat butt. She's being a little spoiled right now. She wants love. Because even if we want to add another counter blast, we can't use Striga. So yeah, we'll just do that. All right, honey, come on. Go. Confirm. Now, what do I want to discard? Honestly, with this hand, it might have to be Striga. As much as I would like to keep Striga. We're not going to activate this because we only have 3 energy. We need to save our energy. Two more rear guards in. Okay. So now, look at our hand. We're going to activate this. We want to put it in front of the grade 1. I'm going to rest you. Since we can't boost the Vanguard anyway. I'll call Striga. That's fine. We're not going to use Striga's skill. Do we want to use Striga's skill? No, because we want to get 4 attacks, and then we can bounce back to you. Yeah. Decide the order in which to put cards on top of the deck. Wait, what? Wait, it stacks the deck too? Am I crazy? No, not ending main phase. Does it really do that? So I send them to the bottom. Put the rest of the bottom. Okay, yeah. They definitely had me confused with the way they described that. Alright, but now we're gonna call you. And now we're going to go to battle phase. Oh, because my opponent's not at grade 3. So we're not going to boost here, because we want to, on the second swing, bounce it back to hand. They do have 2 intercepts here, which does suck, but it's okay. They only have 5 cards in hand, so we can do a lot of damage here. We're going to end up with 5 extra cards in hand, so we're going to get a triple drive, we're going to get draw off of this, and we're going to bounce the grade 2 back. So we're going to end with 7 cards, and we're at 2 damage. They tried to intercept on a 10k guard. Well, our opponent's just bad. Sorry, guys. I would have liked to see you play against a more competitive opponent, or see this against a more competitive opponent, but that was just a super misplay. And no damage triggers, that sucks. Alright, now we're gonna swing with Lisciafael. Lisciafael skill, Energy Blast 3. Do we keep the intercept? No, we have to get rid of it in order to get our restand, so we might as well just put all 3. Do we need to put the booster in? I mean, if we draw into our order again, it would be nice to have the cost already on board. Yeah, we'll just do 2. Which gives us 6 in soul anyway. And then we'll resolve you. Confirm. She counterblasts the stand. And then you countercharge and draw us a card, which is awesome. So that turn basically becomes free. Let's countercharge you. And now we have 3 drafts. Which they do have the PG for this time. But that's putting them down to 3 cards in hand. So I'm thinking If we don't hit a crit here, we swing at the rear. I'm glad I kept the booster. I knew we were gonna get the order. I called it. And we got Persona Red for next turn. Oh, next turn's gonna be gross. And we got a draw to, dude. That's awesome. This turn went really well for us. So he has 3 cards in hand. He's at 4 damage. He'll go to 5. I guess the only real benefit is having him at 5 is now he's got a lot more pressure. So unless he hits a heal, he has to block 5 attacks. Yeah, he took it. Didn't get a heal. Damn, no damage triggers. That sucks. I don't think he got a single damage trigger. And now Yuika's effects, and we'll Soul Blast this and bounce back the grade 2. So now he can't retire the grade 2. So we have our extra attacker for next turn. We got an okay amount of defense, not as much as I would like, but we have these 2 to help fill our board. We have another Yuika. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Alright, so let me double check what Barrow Magnus does. He's already got 9 cards in Soul. 10, draw a card, gets a critical. 15, choose any number of your opponent's rear guards, and you and your opponent put them into Soul. Oh, you choose any rear guards, okay. And then choose up to 2 cards from your Soul, call them to rear guard. Okay, it's on attack. So it gets a critical, draws a card. 20 or more until the end of when your opponent will call. They must call 3 or more cards at the same time. Okay, that last part's gross. But yeah, I don't see him getting to 20 cards in Soul. Not with the few cards he has in hand. You just call a card out of Soul too. I would prefer him not to clear my board. That kind of blows if he does, but it's okay. I have the PG for the Vanguard, so I'm not scared of the crit. Wait, that was all in the ride phase? Alright, relax. But can he get 5? 5 Soul Charges? I mean, it's Barrow. Ideally, you build a deck 4 Soul Charges, but honestly, I think the draw trigger was probably the most clutch thing we got last turn. Because we already had the PG, but that gives us the fodder for the PG. Oh, use Energy Blasting 7 to draw. I kind of want that feel that he has. How he has the heart with wings around his Vanguard. That's why. Alright, so a Soul Charge for that. That's 1. Gains 5k. Brainwash Blow is a good card. I don't care if anybody says it's not good in Blankmire. I got into a conversation with somebody, almost like an argument, where he swore it was good in Blankmire. It's not. Blankmire, you need multiple Soul Charges. He only has 60 seconds left. What is happening? Alright, he only got 11, so we get to keep our board. So yeah, we win. With the cards I have in hand, I think I might just take this. This will give me enough damage to use all my skills. And even if he crit, he would have to double crit me to kill me. And he has seen a couple crits, so you know what? Hit me with your best shot. No way. No way. It's not gonna happen, right, guys? The universe doesn't hate me like that. What do you mean? Let me hit the over trigger just so I can keep playing. Like, this is real. This isn't real life. This isn't real life. I had everything! And after my opponent made that crazy misplay, I was talking all my shit. Oh, I was gonna Persona ride. I was gonna call out a board. I had my 5 attacks. I was gonna divine. I had everything, and I got double crit at 2 damage. Oh my god, I hate this game. Guys, I'm gonna call it here. Unfortunately, as much as I enjoy Deer Days, making these recordings takes a really, really long time. Sometimes it's really hard to find a game, let alone, you know, intros and whatnot. If you guys want to see the 3-game format, those videos are about an hour and a half long. Let me know in the comments and I will try to squeeze it in. I think this time we're just gonna stick to 2, not to mention the way that ended. The worst thing would have been if I had guarded it and then he just passed his turn, because then my turn 4 would have been like nothing, but he was already at 5, so it's like I got greedy and greed cost me. Anyway guys, I hope you still enjoyed the video. If you guys want to check me out on social media, links down below. If you guys want to see me play Cardfight Vanguard live, next Cardfight Vanguard stream will be on Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and of course I would love to have you guys. You can laugh at me about this. Maybe we'll play some Deer Days, or we'll try some other decks out. And of course, let me know how you guys are playing Lisciafael. Me and this deck just never get along. Like, that was probably the best the game's ever gone, and of course I still end up losing. Guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Later.
In my eyes, I was born for this. I got demons on my side, you ain't right like this. I got reason to believe I don't need it from my gifts. Only I can change the world and it go like this.